Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to the channel, where we meticulously track the intricate movements and developments within the world's most scrutinized families. Today, we delve into a story that intertwines creative ambition, commercial disappointment, and the enduring shadow of royal controversy. A narrative centered on none other than Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York. Before we embark on this detailed exploration of setbacks and strategic maneuvers, I must kindly ask you to take a moment. If you appreciate these deep dives into the lives of public figures, please remember to tap that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell. Your support ensures we can continue bringing you these extensive reports. The news that has recently rippled through literary circles and royal commentary involves a quiet, yet significant, professional roadblock faced by Ms. Ferguson. It pertains to her latest venture into the realm of children's literature, a field where she has historically enjoyed considerable success. We are speaking of her book titled Flora and Fern: Kindness Along the Way. This title, intended to inspire gentle values in young readers, was supposed to be a straightforward addition to her prolific body of work. However, the anticipated release has not only been delayed, but has now been entirely aborted, leading to profound questions about the viability of her creative projects in the current climate. Let us meticulously trace the timeline of this publishing difficulty. Flora and Fern: Kindness Along the Way was initially slated for a release date of October 9th. For a book tied to a figure of Sarah Ferguson's international stature, this date would have been carefully chosen to maximize visibility during the lucrative autumn sales season. Yet whispers of trouble began when that original date was postponed. Amazon, the colossal online retailer, updated its listing, pushing the release back to November 20th. While delays are not uncommon in the publishing industry, particularly in the logistics-heavy post-pandemic world, a 2-month shift for a highly anticipated royal-adjacent title often signals internal turbulence. But the situation has now escalated far beyond a simple delay. In a move that few authors, especially those of the Duchess's renown, ever face, the listing for Flora and Fern has been completely scrubbed from the platforms. It has vanished without a trace, leaving pre-order customers and eager fans scratching their heads. The official confirmation of this highly unusual step comes via analytical data provided by Nielsen IQ Book Data, a leading company in tracking publishing metrics. According to reports cited by GB News, the publisher has formally designated the book as withdrawn from sale. This is a definitive and rather dramatic term in the publishing world. It does not mean postponed indefinitely. It means the product is intentionally being removed from the market, possibly due to creative differences, unexpected editorial issues, or perhaps a strategic decision linked to external pressures. To understand the weight of this setback, one must contextualize Sarah Ferguson's career. She is not a novice author. She is a seasoned literary entrepreneur. Flora and Fern was intended to be the newest component of her long-running and generally successful children's book series. The Duchess of York has an astonishing output, having penned more than 70 books over the decades. Her name is synonymous with beloved characters like Budgie the Little Helicopter, a series that became a global phenomenon, spawning animated television shows and a vast array of merchandise. She also created the popular Little Red series for younger audiences. Furthermore, she successfully transitioned into adult fiction, notably with her romance novel, Her Heart for a Compass, which enjoyed a respectable run on bestseller lists. For a writer of this established caliber, with a proven track record across multiple genres, the formal withdrawal of a pre-announced title is not just a minor hiccup. It represents a significant professional blow and potentially signals a shift in the prevailing appetite for her brand, or perhaps a reflection of the intense scrutiny surrounding the entire York family. The theme of Flora and Fern: Kindness Along the Way adds a poignant layer to this withdrawal. Ms. Ferguson has often sought to project an image of warmth, resilience, and compassion through her charitable work and her writing. To have a book centered on the virtue of kindness pulled from the shelves during a time when she and her former husband are navigating complex public perception issues feels almost symbolically unfortunate. It compels us to shift our focus from the literary setback to the broader, more challenging context in which Sarah Ferguson is currently operating. a context dominated by decisions made by the highest echelons of the British monarchy regarding her former spouse, Prince Andrew, Duke of York, or as he is now formally known, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. The news of the book withdrawal comes shortly after a monumental and largely unprecedented decision made by King Charles III. The king formally stripped Andrew Mountbatten Windsor of the remaining vestiges of his royal titles and military affiliations. This drastic action was a direct consequence of Prince Andrew's long and highly damaging association with the late convicted pedophile, Jeffrey Epstein. The institutional move by the sovereign was a clear effort to distance the crown from the scandal that has plagued the royal family for years. The removal of titles is not just a symbolic gesture, it is a profound institutional realignment, underscoring the gravity with which the monarchy views the continued public relations fallout from the Epstein connection. This environment of severe public judgment and institutional purification is the backdrop against which Sarah Ferguson must manage her commercial career. It is impossible to separate the Duchess of York's professional life from her deeply entangled, supportive, and unconventional relationship with Prince Andrew. Despite their divorce in 1996, the Duke and Duchess of York have maintained a notably close relationship, famously continuing to share their residence at Royal Lodge in Windsor Great Park. This unique familial arrangement has often been lauded as a model of successful co-parenting and mutual support, yet it also means that when one half of the partnership faces crisis, the other is inevitably drawn into the maelstrom of public discourse. During the period when King Charles made the firm decision regarding Andrew's titles, Sarah Ferguson's reaction was closely scrutinized by royal commentators and the public alike. A source close to the Duchess revealed crucial insights to Hello magazine, painting a picture of resolute loyalty and pragmatism. The source explicitly stated that Ms. Ferguson is entirely comfortable with her ex-husband's decision to comply with the king's wishes. The core message was one of unwavering support. She will always support her former husband's decisions and do anything for the king. This statement is layered with significant meaning. It highlights her loyalty not just to Andrew, but also to the reigning monarch, King Charles III, demonstrating an understanding of the need for institutional cohesion, even at personal cost. Crucially, the source added a deeply insightful comment regarding the practical impact on her life. For her, this will not make a big difference. Why would the loss of a former husband's titles, which are intrinsically tied to her own public identity and the identity of her daughters, not make a big difference? For Sarah Ferguson, the identity she forged post-divorce was always rooted in her commercial endeavors, her writing, her charity work, and her media appearances, rather than the formal trappings of the monarchy. While she retains her title as Duchess of York, her livelihood and her influence derive from her personal brand. Therefore, Andrew's official status, while relevant to the wider royal family, has less direct bearing on her day-to-day work or her familial commitment. Her focus remains on supporting Andrew emotionally and ensuring the stability of their daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. This resilience and practical approach are hallmarks of the Duchess's character, traits that have allowed her to navigate decades of intense media scrutiny and financial challenges. However, even the most resilient figures sometimes require a change of scenery, a fresh start away from the immediate intensity of the British spotlight. And this brings us to the latest reports concerning Sarah Ferguson's personal plans for the immediate future. Following the intense pressures surrounding the title affair and this recent publishing failure, friends of the Duchess have intimated that she is planning a significant geographical shift. According to these claims, Ms. Ferguson intends to move abroad to Portugal as early as January. This is not a casual holiday. It appears to be a planned, strategic relocation, aimed at providing distance, privacy, and perhaps a renewed perspective. The arrangements reportedly involve her staying at a property belonging to her younger daughter, Princess Eugenie. Princess Eugenie, her husband Jack Brooksbank, and their children have spent considerable time in Portugal, given Jack's professional responsibilities there, working for the property development company Discovery Land Company. The choice of Portugal is illuminating. It offers a combination of relative privacy, desirable climate, and proximity to her daughter and grandchildren. It represents a potential sanctuary from the ever-present lenses of the British press and the constant reminders of the scandals associated with Royal Lodge. This move, if it materializes as planned, suggests a desire to reset, to step back from the direct vortex of royal drama that has defined her life for the last several years. It allows her to focus on family life, perhaps regroup commercially, and rebuild her creative momentum without the immediate glare of the UK media demanding answers about the latest development concerning Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. It is a striking moment of convergence, a major professional setback, the withdrawal of Flora and Fern, occurring exactly when the institutional hammer falls on her former spouse, precipitating a potential personal exodus to the Iberian Peninsula. The fact that Sarah Ferguson has consistently supported Andrew through his darkest hours, while simultaneously attempting to maintain a thriving, independent professional career, speaks volumes about her fortitude. But the market, as evidenced by the publishing withdrawal, can be unforgiving, especially when an author's public narrative is overshadowed by controversy of this magnitude. Publishers and booksellers are inherently cautious about titles that might generate negative headlines or alienate potential customers. The withdrawal of Flora and Fern, kindness along the way, could be interpreted in several ways. Was it a content issue? Highly unlikely for an established children's author. Was it a contractual dispute? Possibly. Or was it a calculated decision by the publisher to avoid the inevitable media firestorm that would link any promotional activity for the book directly to the ongoing saga of Prince Andrew and the King's unprecedented actions? Given the timing, the latter seems the most plausible scenario. The noise surrounding the name York right now is simply too loud for a quiet, gentle children's story to break through successfully. As Sarah Ferguson looks toward January and the possibility of a new life chapter in Portugal, we are left to reflect on the immense pressures she balances. She is a mother, an author of over 70 books, a charity advocate, and a loyal ex-wife determined to stand by her family, even as the walls of royal favor close in. The journey of Flora and Fern, from highly anticipated release to official withdrawal, serves as a stark reminder that in the world of celebrity and royalty, professional success is often inextricably linked to personal public perception. For the Duchess of York, maintaining a successful commercial brand requires navigating waters that are rougher and more unpredictable than ever before. We will, of course, continue to track any developments regarding her reported move to Portugal and any future attempts to re-enter the publishing world. Her enduring presence in the public eye is a testament to her unique blend of vulnerability and tenacity. What are your thoughts on this complex situation? Do you believe the publishing withdrawal was directly related to the ongoing scrutiny of Prince Andrew, or do you think there were other commercial factors at play? And how significant do you think a move to Portugal would be for the Duchess of York's future stability? Please share your perspectives and insights in the comments section below. Thank you once again for tuning in to our detailed analysis. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more in-depth royal and celebrity reports, and join us next time as we uncover the latest headlines. Until then, take care. Well then, take